For the first question, we have to use concat function. First name would be our first parameter. Now since we need to introduce space before middle name, we have to use space as our second parameter inside double quotes. We will select middle name as our third parameter. Now we will again write space and finally we will select the last name and we get what we were looking for. The next one is pretty straightforward. We just have to use the upper function with first name. For the next one, we have to use lower function with last name. And now we have to generate a letter using char function. We know when we give a number as input to char, it returns the corresponding character. For 65, it returns A. For 66, it returns B, and for 90, it will return Z. Let's move on to the next one. Here we have to again concatenate a bunch of stuff. So we will use concat again. And instead of choosing space, we will write dot here. So we will write concat. We will select first, mid and last with dots in between. And for the final parameter, we will write @techcoach.xyz.pqr and we get our result. Now for the next one, we have to extract the first name and for that we need to identify the position of first dot and we will extract everything before that. So we will write search dot. This will be the string where we want to search and we want to start from the first position. It returns 5. Now since we do not want dot to be returned, we will subtract 1. And now let's plug this function in our left function and it will show what we were looking for. For the next question, we have to extract everything that comes after @ using the write and search function. And for that, we will first get the position of @ symbol using search. We will write search @. This will be our string and we will start our search with 1 and we get 14. Now if we calculate the length of our string and we subtract the value of this function, we will get the number of characters we wanted to fetch. So we will write length and we will specify our string and we get 31. Let's subtract 14 or this formula from our length and now we will plug it into our write function and we will get what we were looking for. For the next one, we have to calculate the position of first dot and the second dot and then we will take their difference to get the length of characters we want to fetch. Calculating the first position is simple. We will write search. Dot will be our first parameter. This will be our string and we will start with 1. For the second dot, we need to ensure we start searching one position after the first dot. The first two parameters will be the same. For the third parameter, instead of starting from 1, we will start with the position of first dot plus 1. And now we get the value as 10. We will subtract the position of the first dot from it, and since we do not want to display the second dot, we will subtract 1 from it and we get 4. Now we can use our mid function. We will write mid. Our starting position will be the position of first space plus 1. These are the number of characters we want to extract and we get our middle name. For the next one, we have to replace our middle name with XXX. We already know how to extract the middle name or the number of characters we have in our middle name. We just saw it in the above formula. I have written the formula already, but you should calculate this on your own. if you have not done it already. Now we just need to plug this function into our replace function. This string will be our first parameter. We will start from the position after the first dot, and we want to replace these many characters with XXX, and we get the answer we were looking for. This second last one is very straightforward. We have to replace the second dot with underscore. We will write substitute. This email will be our first parameter. Dot will be our second parameter, and underscore is what we want to replace with. So that will be our third parameter. And we want to replace the second instance. So 2 will be our fourth parameter, and we get our answer. I will make a separate bonus video on a scenario where we will pair search with substitute to extract our middle name or the nth occurrence easily. We will discuss that in the next video. Let's complete the final one. Here we have to extract the current month, and we will use text function for that. We will pair it with today to get the current date, and we will use the option MMMM, and we will get what we were looking for.